Good morning, students. Welcome back to our English class. Hope all of you are doing good. Today we'll be continuing with the Bipin Babu's lesson. Okay, so far we have done about Bipin Babu thinking that he is going mad, and in the last class we done about Chunilal coming to his house. Remember, Chunilal was his classmate, yes, and recently he had lost his job, and so he was coming to Bipin Babu to ask him for a job. He's been coming to him for many months, but Bipin Babu is not able to help him. So on this particular day also Chunilal has come to him, but then Bipin Babu tells his servant to tell Chunilal to go away and that he not to trouble him for the next 2 weeks. So Chunilal is going away, and suddenly Bipin Babu remembers that, oh, I can ask him about my trip to Ranchi. So he comes down running, and then he calls Chunilal, and then they begin to have a conversation. And then Bipin Babu tells Chunilal, where was I in 58? Did I go to Ranchi in 1958? And then Chunilal says 58 or 59. And till there we had done some more which I'm explaining to you in the video. Just a quick recap of what we had done last time also is there in the upcoming video. So watch the video and listen to it carefully. If you have doubts, you can always ask me. Okay, so I'm not giving any homework today. Like I've told you in the video, we'll be discussing the question answers in the next live class. Okay, so till then, watch the video and make sure that you understand it. If not, then let me know. Okay. So if you remember, in the last lesson we had Chunni coming to Bipin Babu's house and asking him for a job, and then Bipin Babu refused to meet him. Bipin Babu told his servant, tell Chunni to go away, I don't want to meet him now or for the next 2 weeks. So the servant came and told Chunni, and Chunni was going away. Suddenly Bipin Babu thought that maybe he could ask Chunni about it. Maybe Chunni would know something about his trip to Ranchi. So he came down running and he called Chunni and he asked Chunni, did I go to Ranchi in 58? Chunni said 58. It must have been 58 or was it 59? Chunni said that to Bipin Babu. Then Bipin Babu said, you're sure that I did go to Ranchi? He said. Chunni's look of amazement was not unmixed with worry. What Bipin Babu could see on Chunnilal's face was worry, because this was something very strange that Bipin Babu was asking him. Bipin Babu was asking him whether he had gone to Ranchi. Do you mean you have doubts about having gone at all? Chunnilal asked him. Do you have doubts whether you went or not? Did I go? Do you remember clearly? He asked. Bipin Babu asked Chunni. Chunni sat down on the sofa, fixed Bipin Babu with a long, hard stare and said, Bipin, have you taken to drugs or something? As far as I know, you had a clean record where such things were concerned. I know that old friendships don't mean much to you, but at least you had a good memory. You can't really mean that you've forgotten about the Ranchi trip. So now this portion also we have done in the last class. So he was quite worried and he said, I did not know that you have started taking some drugs or something. Your memory is very good, even though you're not very good at keeping friendship, but your memory is very good. You mean to say that you have really forgotten about the Ranchi trip? I think till there we had done in the last class. So let's continue today. Bipin Babu had to turn away from Chunni's incredulous stare. Means Chunnilal kept on staring at Bipin Babu, and Bipin Babu had to move away his eyes. Sometimes it happens when we stare at someone, eye to eye we become. So same thing happened here, and this time Bipin Babu had to turn away from looking at Chunnilal's eyes, because Chunnilal was staring direct into his eyes, and this Bipin Babu did not like. Do you remember what my last job was? Asked Chunnilal. Of course, you worked in a travel agency. You remember that, and you don't remember that it was I who fixed up your railway booking for Ranchi? I went to the station to see you off. One of the fans in your compartment was not working. I got an electrician to fix it. Have you forgotten everything? Whatever is the matter with you? You don't look too well, you know. So this is what Chunnilal told Bipin Babu. First of all, he asked him, do you remember my job? And Bipin Babu said, yes, you worked in a travel agency. And then in a very surprised way, Chunni said, "Do you remember that? And you don't remember that I was the one who booked your tickets for Ranchi. I was the one who took you to the station to see you off. And do you remember one of the fans in your compartment was not working?" So it seems that Chunilal had called someone to repair the fan in Bipin Babu's compartment. Compartment are those room-like things in trains. So he had even gone to drop him off at the station, and he had also called an electrician to repair that fan in the compartment. Then he said, "Have you forgotten everything?" And then he was quite worried, and he said, "Whatever's the matter with you? You don't look too well, you know." Chunilal told Bipin Babu, "You don't look too well." Bipin Babu sighed and shook his head. He shook his head from side to side. "I've been working too hard," he said at last. "That must be the reason. Must see about consulting a specialist." So Bipin Babu said, "Yes, I've been working too hard. Maybe that's why I've forgotten that. I must see a doctor." Specialist means I must consult a specialist, means a doctor. So I must consult a doctor. Doubtless it was Bipin's condition which made Chunilal leave without mentioning anything about a job. In the first place, Chunilal had come there to ask him about the job. But seeing Bipin Babu's condition, Chunilal dare not ask him anything about the job. So he went away from there without asking or without even talking about the job. Chunilal left Bipin Babu's house. So Chunilal left from there without asking anything to Bipin Chaudhary about his job. Now comes another person, Paresh Chanda. Paresh Chanda was a young physician, a doctor that is, with a pair of bright eyes and a sharp nose. He became thoughtful when he heard about Bipin Babu's symptoms. "Look, Dr. Chanda," said Bipin Babu desperately, "you must cure me of this horrible illness. I can't tell you how it's affecting my work." So now in this paragraph we see that he has come to consult a physician, or Dr. Paresh Chanda, and he has told Paresh Chanda about his problem, and he says, "Dr. Chanda, please," desperately means he's begging him, "please, you must cure me of this horrible illness. I can't tell you how it's affecting my work." And it was affecting Bipin Chaudhary's work, because if you remember in the previous classes we had done, how he's sitting in his office and thinking about this episode, and he's not able to do his job properly, and he left his job and he came home and he went to bed. Otherwise, he's a very hard worker. He works very well, and there have been no complaints about him in his office. So now he's quite worried about his work, because it is affecting his work. So he begs the doctor to cure him of this horrible illness. He's thinking that he's becoming mentally sick. So he's asking the doctor to cure him. Dr. Chanda shook his head. "You know what, Mr. Chaudhary," he said, "I've never had to deal with a case such as yours. Frankly, this is quite outside my field of experience. But I have one suggestion. I don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a try. It can do no harm." So Dr. Chanda also had nearly given up. He shook his head. Shook means he shook his head from side to side. And then he said, "You know what, Mr. Chaudhary," he said, "I've never dealt with a case such as yours. I've never come across a case such as yours. Frankly," he said, this is quite outside my field of experience. Means I have never experienced this kind of sickness from anybody before in my life. So I do not have any experience of this kind of disease that you have come to me with. But then he said, "I have one suggestion for you. I don't know if it will work, but it's worth a try. It can do no harm." He says, "I have one suggestion for you. I can tell you something. It can help you. It may help you. It may not help you, but then it will not do any harm. No harm will come out of it. So if you want, I can tell you what is to be done." Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously. Anxiously means very worried. He was very, very worried, and he leaned forward to listen to what Dr. Paresh Chanda was going to tell him or suggest to him. Bipin Babu leaned forward anxiously. "As far as I can make out," said Dr. Chanda, "and think you're of the same opinion, you must have been to Ranchi, but due to some unknown reason, the entire episode has slipped out of your mind." He says, maybe you went to Ranchi and maybe something happened that is whole episode of your visiting Ranchi has slipped out of your mind, has gone out of your mind, and you have forgotten this particular episode. What I suggest is that you go to Ranchi once again. So this was a suggestion that Dr. Paresh Chanda was giving to Mr. Bipin Chaudhary. He was telling him, I think you better go to Ranchi once again. Remember these things happen to us also. All of us, sometimes we lose our memory. Yes, we walk to the fridge to take something and then we forget, and then we again go back to the place where we thought. Maybe we are working in the kitchen, and then in the kitchen we thought of getting something from the fridge. We come to the fridge and we open the fridge and we stand there and we forget. And what do? We go back to the kitchen, and there the memory comes back, and then we come back again to the fridge. So this was a technique that he was trying to suggest to Dr. Bipin Chaudhary, Mr. Bipin Chaudhary, telling him that maybe your memory will come back if you go to Ranchi again. Maybe you go there, the sight of the place may remind you of your trip. Maybe what you see there will remind you. Maybe your memory will come back once you go there. This is not impossible. More than that, I cannot do at the moment. So we can see that Dr. Chanda also had given up. He says, more than that, I cannot do at the moment. That's the only suggestion that I can give you. I am prescribing a nerve tonic and a tranquilizer. Sleep is essential or the symptoms will get more pronounced. He said, okay, I'll give you some medicine, some nerve tonic to keep your nerves straight, to keep you from not becoming nervous, and a tranquilizer, something which will reduce your stress, which will reduce your worry. I'm going to give you some medicines for that, and because sleep is very much required. If I give you a tranquilizer, maybe you will also get sleep. So sleep is very, very important for you at the moment. If you don't sleep, then maybe your symptoms or your disease can get more pronounced, means they can become worse. So it's better that you go to sleep. This is what Dr. Paresh Chanda told or suggested to Bipin Chaudhary, to go back to Ranchi, and that his memory may come back to him there. Bipin Babu felt somewhat better the next morning. So when he woke the next morning, he had taken maybe the tranquilizer and the nerve tonic. So next morning when he woke, he was feeling much better. After breakfast, he rang up his office, gave some instructions, and then procured a first-class ticket for Ranchi for the same evening. So he did not go to office that day. After having breakfast, so he was feeling quite better. So he had some breakfast, and then he rang up his office, means he called up on the phone. He called up his office. He gave his workers some instructions, and then he procured. Procured means to get with some difficulty. He got a first class ticket for Ranchi for the same evening. So he was planning to go to Ranchi for the same evening. He was going to take Dr. Paresh Chanda's advice or suggestion, and he thought, because he was willing to do anything not to become mentally sick. So now he had planned to go to Ranchi that evening. So in the next part, we will come to know about his Ranchi trip. Okay, that will be in the next class. So here we have some comprehension check. Who was Chunni Lal? Just do this orally. You don't have to write this at the moment. Maybe I'll send you the answers. Who was Chunni Lal? What did he want from Bipin Babu? Why was Dr. Chanda puzzled? What was unusual about Bipin Babu's loss of memory? These are the two questions. You just think of the answers, and maybe in the next live class I will ask you the answers for these questions, and then maybe you can write the answers. But if you feel that yes, I know the answers, then you can write. I have no problem. You can write the answers if you are sure about it. If you're not sure, then maybe we will discuss the answers in the next live class. Okay, so till then, I'll end here for today, and the next class we will do part 4. So, bye-bye. Have a good day.